everyone, my name is Lauren, and welcome to my new segment called the Lyons. Wait. Okay.
I was with it. I like it.
But I got lost. Because I'm like, is that right? Hi, everyone. You gotta give a minute to breathe and then go into, because you gotta cut it.
Okay, then I won't look at you.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Lyons and welcome to my new segment called the Lyons Den. Today I have my special guest with me. First we have, I'll start over here, one of my closest friends who will be a future judge on Slay You Can Dance, Drea. We have my former co-star with the YouTube channel Echo TV That Never Happened, David! So, today we will be talking about this reaction video. It's called I Didn't Know You Would Be Black. Okay, so take a look.
I watched this and I was like, wow, this is
I was like, is this real? Is this a joke? I thought it was punk.
I have been practicing my whole I'm drunk but I'm still judging you look all day.
I know I brought my arm standing up against the wall, but I'm still better than you shoes.
Are you looking for somebody?
Sorta. My friend Pam, who organized this whole thing, told me I should come early to meet her friend Tiffany, but I guess she's late.
Hello, guy. I'm Pam's friend. I'm Tiffany.
Not guy.
Oh. But
you can hear it in his voice.
you're black. I didn't think you'd be black.
This is weird.
What?
Yeah, geez, I'm sorry. I just don't date black girls. I mean, I thought since Pam was Asian that you'd be Asian. I mean, if she told me you were black, I wouldn't have even come.
I don't even know what to
That's
do with that.
I'm sorry. Like, I hope this doesn't mess up your plans.
Oh, no. I mean, if she told me that you were a racist, I wouldn't have come either.
Now, hold on. I'm not racist.
No, you just don't
She
I mean, she came back with the fire.
It's
Right.
not a racial thing. It's a preference thing.
Okay, well, maybe I'm from a different planet, but I feel like two people click. They should hang out no matter what race, gender, or hairstyle choice, or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And wait a minute, so because Pam is Asian, you thought I'd be Asian too? I mean, what, are Asians only allowed to have Asian friends?
Well, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's not anything about your personality. I'm sure you're very smart and all that. No, I just prefer the tiny Asian submissive thing.
Okay, so now you're being racist against Asians.
Don't be ridiculous. I love Asians. Except Koreans. But look, you have a type, don't you?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I don't date assholes.
So you have a type. Like, there are certain types of people you like to date more than others.
Okay, and your type is Asian.
Well, no. I date white girls, too.
Okay, so your type is not black girls.
Look, that is not true. I also don't date fatties. I'm just saying there's a difference between
Oh my goodness. He doesn't even
For instance, I
care.
find seeing fake
He's
people
saying it so
incredibly
calm, like
attractive,
this is
even though I think
a
they're a bunch
normal
of stupid
talk.
bitches. Just like most people, I have a list of traits I look for. And while some men may prefer the beauty of a black woman, that look is just not for me, personally. Also, you're like really black, not just a little bit.
Oh my
You know
god.
But I'm not racist. I voted for Obama.
I hope I hear that one more
I
time.
apologize for all this. Pam should have warned us.
Yeah, you know what? She should have.
I'm sorry, but I
Look.
have to avoid
She
trying
went
to go
on
hit
beat.
on other girls before we go to the club. Wait till I tell my friends how sucky of a date I went on.
Oh, no, wait, see, because I am supposed to be the one that...
Remember, not racist.
Well, I would have came across it.
You're naturally blonde.
Well, I dieted some.
Okay, but you're not Hispanic.
No.
You wanna go on some time?
So, your first reactions and impressions of the video when y'all watched it?
The first time, just surprised. Like,
Definitely.
I couldn't say anything, but like, what did I just see? Like, what did I just watch?
No, honestly, like the first time I watched it, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, what? Like this, I would never. I'd be terrified. I would never say anything like that. That was just wild.
Yeah, I thought I was watching like Punk'd or Mad TV or something. I was like, is this real? Because he basically said like how I feel they be like people think, but he said it like
Yeah,
boldly.
it's
Yes.
what people. You feel people think, but he just said it.
He
And
Like,
he was
outright it.
so calm about it. Like this is just normal. Like, oh yeah, you know, we all talk like this. It's just like, no, you can't do that.
With preferences, do you agree with them, or do you like feel like everybody has a preference? Should they abide by their preference, or
I feel like everyone has a preference, but it becomes a prejudice when you say I won't date this race. Like, cause if you have a preference, like that's what you prefer, but it shouldn't stop you from dating other people. It's just what you prefer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when you say you prefer something, it's like, okay, I'll take this over this, but that doesn't mean like
I won't
you can't.
have.
Yeah, like
I
you
won't
can't
have
do
this
the
at
other.
all,
It's like, oh, I prefer cake over pie, but you know, I'll still get a piece of pie.
I really don't like pie.
But like, it's okay to like one thing over another, but just straight up saying just like oh,
no,
I would never.
like never.
It's just kind of like wow.
Like it's offensive to like even think about. Like that's
honestly like
that becomes a
if
prejudice.
you ever thought like that, you shouldn't even say that out your mouth. You should just keep it to yourself. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like in high school, my guy friends, they were white. We would like ask them, like it would be me and Katie. Hey Katie. We would go and ask them like, so would you date a black girl? No, we would. And they would just be like, no. And be like, why? Because they're so loud and ghetto. And we'd be like, but you talk to us and we're not loud and ghetto. Yeah, but they're just loud and ghetto. And I said, okay, well, you wouldn't date them at all. And they'd be like, oh, Beyonce or Halle Berry. And you're like, you do know they're black, right? Like, and they were like, yeah, they're the only exceptions, but all of them, they're loud and ghetto. And I'm just like, are you serious?
I can't either, because every race has people who are loud, and ghetto is actually that term. Never mind. Like the definition behind that term is like it's not used properly.
You have like a preference?
Okay, like normally I say no, because even if I prefer something over another, I'll still do the other. So it's like, I don't really care too often. I know plenty of other people have preferences. I'm not one to really go for preferences. I just kind of like to see how things are. But, you know, things happen. You know, there's sometimes you lean towards something more than another. So I'll do that, but I won't say I have a preference.
I wouldn't say I have a preference per se, but like he said, I lean towards certain things, but it's not like physical wise. So that's why I say like yeah, like artistic people, like stuff like that, but not like, oh, like this person looks a certain way, so yeah, no.
So different cultures, black cultures, Asian cultures, try to basically stay in the family. Like only date black people or only date Hispanics or only date, you know, like, do you feel like that's wrong?
I feel like it's a preference until they say I would never, like if they're like saying no, I'll only date this race, like, cause you never know what's gonna happen, what like happens, and if you find yourself attracted to someone out your race, to just not go for it just because of like their race, that becomes prejudice. It's no longer a preference.
Yeah, like when I hear stuff like that, I kind of think of like Romeo and Juliet. Like, like just because you're something else doesn't mean we can't like intermingle. It happens. Like you're attracted to who you're attracted to.
But I just know, like for me, as just being a black woman, I have a hard time really just like seeing myself. I just really have a hard time because you say one thing and it's a wrap. Like, I'm coming for you.
Oh, I get that.
So like, yeah, because it's like there are things that are different. Like that race does come into play because usually you may have political differences and whatnot.
It does.
Right.
Is what, okay.
So like, okay, if you woke and you're white.
Or any other race.
Or any other way. I'm specifically talking about them because that would, to me, that would be like...
You're not seeing the swirl?
Yeah, I wouldn't see the swirl. So, like, it would just... yeah. It would just depend, honestly, because I'm too...
But you won't say you like will never.
No.
Okay.
I won't say I will never. You don't know what who God has for you, so
that's true.
Never say never.
Like I've dated a white girl like back in high school, and I was like, oh yeah, no. I dabbled outside the black pool. You know, I went to the white waters for a little bit. You feel me? So I mean, she was cool. Like we really kicked it. We we had a nice little connection. The only problem, it was just like I'm Baptist and like she was Mormon, and it was just so that's the reason why it just didn't really last too long.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't because she was white, it was because of religion. Because that's like
another
nah, that's
What about those that prefer one race over another? But we kind of touched upon that.
Yeah.
But like,
well, not really. Like my family, if you look, you know, all types of people. So like some people prefer to have certain race. I think it's fine if you like prefer a race over another, but as long as you're not like saying like, oh, like nobody else, like just this race, like then it becomes wrong if you're saying no, like
Yeah, because
I could never. Yeah.
No, because it's like I get like I'm with you on that one. Like you could say like, okay, you know, I could be like attracted to this race, or like I usually tend to lean towards this race, but you shouldn't be like, oh, I would never date this race. And usually when people say that, they go off of like stereotypes. So it's like that's not every person in that group as like your little stir of the pot over there.
Because a lot of stereotypes aren't true, people.
Very true.
yeah.
A
Very
lot
true.
aren't.
But then I would ask the individual, you know, why are you attracted to that certain race over another? And it could be like socialization. So like who you've been around.
A lot of the times that's what it is. But then there's sometimes like physical features. Like a lot of people, like I know certain people that I know, they're attracted to white people more so because they have more European features, like high nose bridges and stuff like that. So some people look at that stuff.
But I also feel like it can be a reflection of like how you feel like about yourself. I do.
What?
No, because like okay, this is what I'm saying. Like, so if you're, let's say I feel like if you're a black individual, is male or female, then all you see on TV is a negative like stereotype of black people or black women, men, or like you like think badly of your own people, so you feel like going white or going a different race is better because of what you've seen around you and the few examples you've seen around you. And I kind of feel like it's a reflection of your own prejudice towards your own race.
Like, oh, you're saying if you prefer another race over your own?
Yeah, like because you have those, like for example, athlete, like you have those who like you know, like they'll say, oh, I'm not dating, you know, black women, but your mom's black, and it's like, but you feel like black women are less. I feel like my problem is like when you view your own race as less than the race that you're like with. So I guess we're kind of saying the same thing.
I mean, you gotta look at America's history. Like people, like we're just now trying to get out of the brainwashing. So
honestly,
I feel like that also has.
No, because it's real easy.
I feel like has a big like thing to do with it.
It's real easy. It's like, okay, so for example, like in the dance world, can I say like group names or should I just like okay,
yeah.
So there's certain groups that they'd be like, oh, these groups are, you know, a little flirtatious. These groups are, you know, burning. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll put.
I know exactly.
No, trust
what
me.
You're talking
She know
about
what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say no names, obviously, but when people are constantly telling you like this group is bad, this group is bad, this group is bad, and you're hearing it from people above you, people under you, people around you, people who don't even go there and still hear it, then of course in your head it's gonna be like, oh well, if you say 1 + 1 is 3, then 1 + 1 is 3.
1 + 1 is 3.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. The point is, you know, you keep hearing it, then your mind's just gonna process it as, okay, then that's what's right, even if it's wrong.
And then you'll stop. You won't even try to give the benefit of the doubt. You'll just go by what you hear.
Should they even include race?
No.
I don't think they should. Just because once you, well, we kind of did say it's okay, but at the same time, I'm
gonna be honest. Like, okay, this is how I feel. I'm not gonna stop an opportunity if you're a different race, but I prefer to date African Americans, like just a black male. That's what I'm attracted to, right? But I'm not gonna stop opportunity if somebody you do have a different race. But I'm not gonna, like, I feel like yes,
but you don't act on it.
But I'm not gonna like stop something, you know,
Which is-
make it prejudice. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have family members that tell you better bring a black
Yes,
person?
all the time. First of all, I can't tell you how many times my family thought I was going to bring a white girl home. Like,
Me
all the time.
too.
And they're like,
That's so
oh,
bad.
we know you only like white girls. I'm like, I've never said that ever in my life. It's just that I'm only around white girls.
Well, I've had friends tell me that, but it was based because I talk white.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that means. White is a shade.
Exactly. It's not a characteristic.
Technically it's not a characteristic of the way someone speaks, so.
Mm-hmm.
Can't speak color.
I haven't had anybody in my family tell me I better bring back someone that's black. But I think it's just because everybody else kind of like went everywhere with it, so they're just kind of like.
And my family members are older too, like 60s and 60s, so they were in the heart of.
It'd be the older ones.
Yeah, they were in the heart of the civil rights movement, like raising up in that. So I understand it.
Yeah, that's from years of pain and living through that. The one person that was pushing it for me was my grandma, and she was like, "You better not come home with any other race but black." Only for her now to be dating someone white, and I was like, "You're such a hypocrite!" Like, no, she real deal traded up. I was like, "Granny, what happened?" She was like, "Oh, you know, and yada yada yada." I was like, "No, you're flawed. You're flawed. You went back on your own word."
Get your
And
groove
went
back.
to the other side. I mean, go ahead, yo.
Honey, she's living.
Honestly,
She's just living her best life.
she's
But
happy.
that's good because she just like directly in
it
that
takes that
video,
one.
like preference
Mhm.
does not matter sometimes. I mean, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
True.
Do you feel like it is a time where it can matter, like your preference?
Your
If
preference.
that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like preference for, are we talking about race or just in general? Like preference in general or just preference in race?
Yeah.
Okay, so characteristic preferences and like racial preferences are completely different.
I can agree with that.
Because like racial preferences, I feel like there isn't a time where it really should matter. I mean, because if you really care about that person, like no matter the race, like that's just good.
But I also feel like you gotta do some introspection.
Yeah.
If you choose a different race, you gotta make sure you don't have self-hate towards your own race as to why you picking somebody, because that happens. And especially if you raising a kid that is got black in them, the world's gonna see them as black. So you have to have those conversations, those political conversations, those racial conversations, if you do that. And a lot of times these couples do not. Some of them don't.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
It's really like the racial ones and the ones that
The
you really
racial
reaching
ones,
for.
yeah.
Like the characteristic one. Like I know me. Like I'm about to say an introvert. That's not a thing. Extrovert. I'm an extrovert, so I'm very outgoing. That's what I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know I usually tend to lean towards people that are also the same because I've dated introverts, and not saying it was weird, but it was just like it's different because every night I can't go out and every night she can't stay in. So it's just like, you know, just trying to figure out that balance. But
yeah, you gotta know what works for your personality.
yeah.
Yeah, because I can't. People who aren't artistic, like in any sense, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really can't.
Yeah.
Like it's even hard to be friends with people like that. Like I can't. Yeah. Cause then I don't know. I feel like then we don't really have nothing to talk about. Cause I love the arts like as a whole. So
probably can't talk, kind of like you said, like talk to people who are just introverts, but like the ones who are okay. Everybody has their insecurities, but you know those people that are just so insecure.
oh yeah,
They don't know
Yeah.
how to be happy.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that.
I can't. Like I prefer to not.
I dated someone like that. Very interesting experience. I felt like I was a therapist the whole time.
See, and that's annoying.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
so
very
annoying.
Since we're on the topic, I know a lot of people have height purposes, and that's the one I can't get with because I myself am like the bottom range of average. So of course, it sucks. There's a lot of tall girls that I found myself being attracted to. but they won't bat not an eyelash at me because
I was about to say,
like,
are they necessarily
looking down.
tall, or are they just tall
Like,
to you?
No, like tall. Like, no. I get it. No, trust me. I had to think about it for a second, but I got it. Okay, no, like legit tall, like a good 5'11" up. But you know, I'll get told by plenty of people, both male and female, like, "Oh, I'm not trying to date nobody. I have to go like this too." Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know how people have height preferences. I can't get behind it. I don't understand why they do. But it's just like
preferences, like you prefer a certain height, but I mean that doesn't necessarily mean it's like completely out the window.
For me, yes, because okay, I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3", and I'm usually the youngest person in a group. The least you can be is 5'4" and be 1 year older than me or a couple months. I feel like it's not hard. Like it's not hard.
Oh,
I'm a decent height.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait,
Trust
no,
me.
because I'm
Trust
5'5". Like, are you sure?
3 years straight, I'm rolling with it. I don't care. I'm 5'6". It's in the record books.
Since we're talking about physical preferences, teeth.
Okay.
Like you have to have all of yours.
No.
You can't be.
They can't have like a bunch of like gold and silver all over. Like I can't.
Maybe 1 or 2 teeth. Okay. You know, that's fine. If your
Like,
whole
even
top
if they
row
not, even if they
is-
not yours, but they in your mouth, I'm okay. But like you have to have, like there can't be like huge spaces. Like that's
your teeth can't be thrown up gang signs.
yeah.
Oh my god. It matters because I was working and people were talking to me, and all I could look at was their teeth because they were all like either brown, skinny, or twisted. I was like, because my teeth not perfect, you know.
Yeah.
I need braces. But if I'm getting distracted by your teeth more than you talking to me, then that's a problem.
Okay, so I know earlier.
And it's
I
just
said-
preferences as in like attractiveness.
Yeah.
Not like as a
Your teeth
person.
don't have to be like straight.
They ain't gotta be like.
But if you got brown teeth and then you got a gold tooth and silver tooth and yellow tooth and all of them colors in your mouth, that's not cool. Like, I'm automatically not. If you got a grill, I'm not gonna. Automatically.
Juice store, maybe a grill.
That's it. Thank you guys for coming. This is a good discussion, and stay tuned for more of the Lyons Den. Yes, we will get different discussions of different topics with some of your favorite YouTubers and some of my favorite friends. See you later.